The magic is back. Hey cuties, PeachY here, welcome back to a new video. And in this video, last review, we took a look at the brand new WINX Club reboot Giochi Preziosi fairy dolls. And in this video, it's time that we take a look at the 6 original girls in their brand new casual looks. Here they are. Again, these 6 dolls are also made by Giochi Preziosi and their official line name is Iconic. As you can see right away, the packaging is much slimmer than the fairy transformation dolls, and again, these are all of the 6 brand new core looks, casual core looks that the characters have and that they wear all throughout the new reboot show when they're not in their fairy transformation looks. So for example, here is the packaging of fairy Stella. Here you can see that there's definitely a difference in the sizing of the packaging. It's much more slimmer because of course they don't have their wings, and the artwork also is different, the tag line, and then of course on the side we do have different illustrations as well of all 6 characters in their casual looks, which I do love. And on the back, we do have a group shot also of the girls. I think they look so fabulous together. Here's a closer look at Musa's packaging right there. Again, very simple. Again, the artwork super cute. Then here is Aisha. And I love that her hair is also unique in this doll. Then Bloom, and honestly I feel like they did her hair very well considering she has a very specific type of, you know, fringe right there. Bloom has always had very specific, you know, bangs and just, you know, the hairstyle it's very Bloom. Then Tecna, and she has like one of the more cool looking outfits. And then Flora, she has layers, like that is really cool. Here's a shot of all the boxes on their sides where we can see the large illustrations of all the characters, and again they just look so cute. But anyway, enough of the packaging. I'd say it's time to get these dolls unboxed, so stay tuned, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below, and let's get into it. Starting off, we have Bloom herself, and she is very much in her signature kind of hairstyle here with the 2 side bangs. And we have, well, the 2 side portions here. And then we have a small little middle portion here that's supposed to look like, you know, her little swoosh in her forehead. You know, that's kind of like Bloom's signature hairstyle. So I do feel like this is done well. Although again, this is just maybe a bit too thin. It should have been a bit thicker. But even so, I do think the shaping is very much spot on. Like it does capture the hairstyle of Bloom that she often has. Now the actual face grading is the same like Fairy Bloom, as you can see here. It is the same, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, makeup same, just the hair is different obviously. And then we have her hair. Speaking of, the rest of her hair is very much soft and just the same shade of red. It's very vibrant, and it kind of goes, yeah, past her hands. So kind of long, but not too long. And it kind of shed a little bit after I unboxed her, so beware of that. But honestly, that's pretty normal. Dolls tend to shed hair when you unbox them, so that is not uncommon. But I just don't love the shaping of the hair. It kind of looks, you know, I don't know, random. It doesn't have like a nice cohesive shape. Like some strands are twisted here, some are just like wavy, some are shorter. Like I don't know what happened. But from the front it looks fine. So the outfit is surprisingly 2 layers. So we have this vest, which is separate from the shirt. So look at that. That is something that Barbie could never do. Barbie nowadays would have the vest sewn on to the top. So yeah, but this is a separate shirt, and then this is a separate vest. So nice to see that quality does exist. And the vest is soft. It is obviously imitating denim. It's not denim, but it looks like that with the print here. The white t-shirt here is kind of like a fishnet with the holes, and underneath we have like a pink sparkly top. Then her pants are the same fabric like the vest, but we have some more printed on details with the pockets, the glitter. We have some like marks here of like where she sits down and stuff, like the creases, right? So that's also nice to see, even though it's, again, just fake. But it's still detail, you know. And here's the back, no pockets. We do have a flare here at the bottom and some glittery blue stars as well on both sides. And then her shoes are some simple, just, you know, sneakers, black and white, very basic. Yeah, so that's Bloom, and yeah, she's really cute. I have to say, she is just quintessential Bloom to me. Next up, we have Stella, and she has these adorable little pigtails here, which are kind of gelled, but also they're not too heavily gelled, so you could definitely brush these out if you wanted to. But I do like how these are definitely accurate to how it looks on the illustration. So they're kind of just like little swirls, which is very cute. We have some pink elastics, which is a nice addition. Here you can see how the top is attached on the back with a strap here around her neck and also here around the back. The separate pieces here are actually sewn together with the little white peeking out here. And then we have the green here as well. So this is one piece, but that's okay. I think that makes sense. But I do like the little knot here on the front, that little collar. It's very sparkly. It looks really nice. Oh yeah, the face, almost forgot. But the face is also basically the same, like with the fairy version. As you can see here, the makeup, the expression, it is the exact same, just a different hairstyle. So again, with the pigtails, and then we also have these two pieces framing her face. Super cutesy. Now her skirt is very cute. It has some pleats here on the sides, and it's just very simple, like a mini skirt. Also just attaches on the back. And I have to say, this fabric is probably the same that they also used here. And then her shoes are a new boot mold with these little white dots here at the top, and then the platforms are green. So yeah, this is a really cute little casual fit for Stella, and definitely I think it kind of also captures her style well, even though in the show, in the illustration, she does have a choker and like sunglasses and bracelets, like socks. So the doll is very much condensed into the most important parts of her outfit. So I do wish she had more jewelry and accessories. That's something that you will see that there's definitely a lack of in this collection. Rounding up the main three, we have Flora here, and she also has her signature little blonde streaks here framing her face. They are heavily gelled, but the rest of her hair is basically very soft and just the same shade of a brown, and it's a little bit wavy, as you can see. The tips do feel a little bit dry, but the rest of it is super soft and smooth. But I do think overall Bloom has the softest hair out of all six, I'm pretty sure. Still, this is a very good hair quality, and it's also kind of the same length like Bloom's. Now, her face is the same face screening like with the fairy version. I'm pretty sure the same makeup and everything, just obviously different hairstyles. And then her outfit, actually, to me, I think she has the best outfit out of all six. It just feels the most complete, and there's the most pieces with her, I think. So she is wearing this green little pleather kind of looking jacket, which is very shiny, and it has a collar here. This is separate. The jacket is separate from the dress underneath, which is a very nice detail. So as you can see, the dress closes here at the neck and also at the bottom. And that's really nice that, you know, the jacket is separate, because once again, I feel like they could have just made it all one piece to make it cheaper. But no, they did give us some variety here. And I also like how we have this little peekaboo hot pink here underneath of the main dress portion. And we do have a brown belt here with a gold buckle on the front. The belt is attached to the dress. It's not separate, but I think that is honestly understandable. And then at the bottom of the dress, we do have these layers of tulle, which are kind of stiff, but they do hold the shape very well. And they also have some glitter around these layers. So very cute. I love this dress. It's so girly, but still so Flora. And then her shoes are these boot molds in brown with some pink details here on the front. We also have some leg warmers here in green, which are Yes, not socks, as you can see, unfortunately. But again, they do match the jacket perfectly. So I like that about them. And these boot molds are actually the same that you also seen on some of the fairy dolls. So yeah, Flora is just, once again, just eating. I think she looks so cute. And I do feel like her outfit just feels the most complete out of all 6. Next up, we have Musa, and she has her signature little fringe here as per usual. Mine came a little bit messy, so it kind of looks like it's parted here in the middle, but it actually kind of fits her because it's not like a perfect little fringe. So it's kind of like more natural looking. But then she has her 2 iconic pigtails here that are kind of like messy updos with a little bit of a pink elastic as well. I think this is always such an iconic hairstyle for Musa, so I'm really glad that we have it here for the casual version of her. Then the finger screening is the same like with the fairy version of her. So you can see here, she has the same makeup, same freckles. The blushing looks like there's more on fairy Musa, but you know, that might just be on mine specifically. The lipstick also looks pretty much the same. So yeah, again, just different hairstyles. Then the outfit is basically 2 pieces. So we have this kind of like white tank top with Musa, like a M music note here in blue. And then this is stitched onto the bodysuit here in purple underneath. And this is you know, like a full-on like onesie right there. The fabric is pretty nice on this piece, and then of course the pants are also really nice quality. They velcro here on the back, and they do have a belt attached as well. The fabric of the pants is very soft, and then at the very bottom we do have some white sneakers. So yeah, Musa is just really cute. Again, just very simple. I kind of wish that she, you know, she had headphones or something, because she does feel kind of simple, or maybe like a belt buckle here. Just, you know, she's a very simplified version of her casual look. Next up, we have Aisha, and she has a full head of braids here, or twists, I guess, and the hair quality is very nice and soft. It kind of reminds me of Venus from Monster High G3. It reminds me of the live action Ariel dolls from Mattel. So they basically did the same kind of like, you know, hair quality here for Aisha. So it looks very nice. It's very soft, and it's very thickly rooted. I can tell, like, yeah, it's very thick, the hair. And it's kind of like pulled up here on the top half, pulled to the back with an elastic in black. And she has a really gorgeous little face screening here, her green eyes, some freckles. And once again, the face screening is the exact same, like with the fairy version of Aisha, just a different hairstyle. Then we have her outfit, which is this sporty looking tank top with some asymmetrical cutouts here. And then we have this little portion here as well in the darker purple. Again, like kind of like athleisure, basically. And then here is the back. You can see that she's also wearing this one pair of like a glove. So that's very nice that they actually gave her like a hand little fabric piece here. Then her bottoms are these like leggings type of pants. Again, very athleisure looking. All the details here are just printed on, but we have like some faux pockets, obviously. Here's the back. And then here at the very bottom, this is like the purple portions, I believe, are supposed to be like leg warmers, but here it's all attached to the pants. And they're kind of like scrunched up here as well to, I guess, again, make it look like leg warmers, but it's just all one piece. And her boots are just, you know, black boots with some purple little studs here at the very top, and the shoe mold is the same like Stella's. So yeah, Aisha's look is definitely very simple. I think the highlight for her is that she has unique, you know, hair texture here. And last up, we have Tecna, and she really surprised me in person. She has, of course, her signature hairstyle here with a purple, and then it is heavily gelled here, basically. But I do like the shaping. It kind of looks nice, you know, it's very accurate. Her face screening is, once again, say it with me, the same. like the fairy version. So you can see here the makeup, the expression, the lipstick, it is all the exact same. Although I do think the freckles are more pronounced here on casual Tecna, and you can see that the hairstyle is same, but it's just like it's the same middle part, but definitely like this one is more, I feel like it looks better and less gelled, and this one is definitely more of like gelled here on the back. But then we have her outfit, which is so cute. It's 2 pieces. So we have this top, which has like a collar here, a purple zipper. In the illustration, it's a zipper, but here it's just, you know, like a line, but it is like a little purple ribbon. And then we do have this like pattern here on the outer portion of the torso that is in like this blue sparkly fabric. That looks very nice and futuristic, and the entire fabric that they used for this portion right here and the skirt, it is so holographic and it looks so nice. And then speaking of like the skirt here, it's very shiny, and we do have this asymmetrical cut here as well, and also these 2 blue ribbons that have these like, you know, white dots. And yeah, again, just like small details, but I do feel like it just kind of adds to Tecna's futuristic and kind of modern look. The back is very simple, it's all Velcro, and then on the bottom we do have some purple socks, or are they socks? Oh, they do seem to be full-on socks, unlike with Flora, who had leg warmers. But yes, the purple here matches perfectly with this detail here, and of course her hair. And then the boots are just simple, like, you know, periwinkle, almost like a light blue with these like printed on details. And I do think the color of the boots is basically the same like fairy Tecna. Yeah, maybe like a little lighter, but I feel like basically the shoe is the same, just this is this difference basically. Honestly, that was Tecna, and even though she might seem simple, I think she just came out looking the best. Like, she just looks so fun and futuristic, and just really, this is so Tecna, right? Now here's a quick look at all 6 together here, standing side by side, and yes, they do stand alone very well. You just gotta balance them a little bit, and I think overall this is a really good collection. They're super cute. The hair, the face screenings, the outfits, the layers. Some of these dolls have layers of clothing on, which is, to me, pleasantly surprised. But yeah, that was my unboxing review of the new WINX Club casual dolls, or iconic dolls, by Giochi Preziosi. Now, in the last video, obviously we reviewed the fairy dolls of all the 6 characters, and I think in comparison, these casual looks for the dolls are even better because they're cheaper and there's no wings here, so they kind of feel complete. You know, the wings to me definitely feel like a minus points with the other dolls, but with these there's no problem because there's no wings. The outfits speak for themselves, and they just, you know, they just are. So I think they look really good for what they are. And again, there's 6 of them and they're cheap, so I feel like that also just works out better. My favorite would have to be Flora because she has the most layers. She has a dress on, a jacket that's separate, she has leg warmers, boots, a belt. Like, you know, this is just really top tier. And then the other girls are also good. Bloom, her vest is separate as well. The shirts here are stitched together for Stella and Musa, but like the quality overall is really good and really decent. The faces, the hair is great. The shoes, they can stand by themselves, which is also a plus point for me. So I feel like in many ways these are even better than the fairy dolls if you're looking for a cheaper alternative and something just, again, more casual for your characters. But what is your take on these dolls, and who is your favorite? Let me know down below, and I hope you all enjoyed. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell, consider becoming a channel member today. Link to join is down below if you're able to, of course, no pressure, and so you do not miss out when I post more content like this coming your way and keeping you up to date with all the doll tea you love. Stay safe, be kind. I hope this next time, stay peachy. Kisses.